Hey Libra, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your weekly read for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Do check out your placements to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Libra, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them. Take what applies and leave what doesn't. It is a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It is greatly appreciated. We got the World card showing up here. Could be dealing with a fixed sign, a Taurus, a Virgo. Could be a Virgo. Maybe you have it in your chart. Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, or a Leo. Okay. I apologize for the background. Maybe it's not that bad, but to me it looks messy. So apologize for that. And I also apologize because I probably will be licking my lips quite a few times because, you know, it's winter season over here and I probably should have added some chapstick before doing the reading. Anyway, moving on. So we have the Queen of Cups here as the overall feel. So the Queen of Cups is a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You might have it in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay, if that's not the case, this is definitely an individual here who is open to love, who gives love, who receives love. Very intuitive here. Okay, the person you're dealing with, King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. If this is your energy, then it's you that they have on their mind here. Okay, if that's not the case, then this individual here might be another air sign like you, or they could be acting a bit cold as of right now, maybe wanting things to be, you know, it needs to be like this. We need to bring justice to the situation. It needs to be very much by the book. Okay, this individual is very fragile though. Okay, they might be very guarded because they know that they're fragile. So they kind of come off as this very harsh person. I'm going to have to protect myself. But deep down inside, they're just wounded. They're vulnerable and they don't want to feel like that. Okay. And then they see you as somebody who is vulnerable, who's somebody here who might wear their heart on their sleeve, who gives into love, who says yes to love, as opposed to this person. So it could be that you guys come into each other's lives to learn this. So you come into this person's life for them to learn how to love, how to be open, how to receive love. And they come into your life possibly to also learn how to sometimes be reserved, sometimes not to wear your heart on your sleeve, you know? So overall, you have the Three of Swords here. This can go vice versa. So this is about disappointment. It's about heartache. This can be third party as well. Now, third party could be lovers, other people, work, whatever is interfering here. So for some of you, this could have, if it was involving another person, it could have been a water sign that was involved in the situation. It doesn't have to be. But this could also be that because of your vulnerability, because you were wearing your heart on your sleeve, you might have felt heartbroken because of this. Now, your outcome is the Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords plus the Three of Swords is ultimately the Four of Swords, which is about rest, rejuvenation, recovery. This is also getting some kind of closure and understanding, because the Ace of Swords is about clarity. It's a victory here. So you feel this victory because you've gotten the truth. You've gotten the clarity. So let's take a look at exactly what's going on here. Why is the Queen of Cups here? For Cancer. Sorry, not for Cancer. Maybe you have Cancer in your chart. For Libra. So falling out, we have the Queen of Wands, Aries, Sag, Leo. The Sun, more Leo energy, and the Page of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so it's almost like, I almost get this feeling of you being very open-hearted here. But now with the Queen of Wands showing up, it's like regaining this confidence, taking the step forward, taking the necessary action that you need to take your life back into control. Okay, and the Sun card is this vulnerability, it's this happiness, it's clarity. And Page of Wands is communication. Okay, if this was involving a third party, maybe this person is a fire sign. I don't feel that there's third party here, but I'm just throwing it out there because, you know, it can be relevant to some. Now, Libra, it seems like this individual here is very much worried, okay? Either about communicating, about opening up, or about letting the sun into a situation, which is either revealing something, or you're feeling in this way, or it's just about bringing happiness again. If you have suffered something with this individual, it's possible that maybe they're coming back around, or maybe someone here is offering you some kind of love, but you might be hesitant, okay? Because in this deck, the Page of Wands is kind of like thinking, So let's take a look at the King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here for Libra? Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man, Pisces energy here. So is it that this person here is hanging out, hanging around, waiting for you to make the first move? Is it that they're offering you some kind of potential to collaborate together, to make things work? But with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, is somebody here is still very closed off. So is it that they're hiding something? Is it that they're deceiving themselves? So it could be that the individual here you're dealing with is being very closed off, but deep down inside, they really want to work at it with you, but they're kind of showing this face of, I'm going to hold on. Is it that you're dealing with a very stubborn person who is unable to let you go? You have the Devil, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So we have the King and Queen of Cups. We have the King and Queen of Swords. So this is definitely matching. You guys are matching energies here. Now it seems to be that somebody here is either wanting to work on a relationship that has been very toxic, or this individual has some kind of codependent attachment to you. Okay? Maybe they're unable to let you go because they feel attached to you. Maybe they just have a strong desire here. Regardless of whatever it is, the Seven of Swords and the Devil card together is that there is something here, whether it was deception, lies, cheating, things that were hidden. This could have been just fears, toxic behaviors within one another. Was something here that maybe this individual isn't able to let go. Maybe this person had an addiction and they want to work at things with you, but they're unable to let go of their addiction. All right. Is it that this person is unable to let go of the past? That could be it as well. So for the Three of Swords, we have the Hermit, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Virgo habit in your chart. Now, the Hermit card is about making a wise decision. It's looking deep within. It's doing the introspection. It's growing wiser, becoming mature because of this pain. You know, just living in this 3D world, we tend to mature in that way through suffering, because the suffering keeps triggering it. I like to give this example all the time. We feel hurt. Let's say you bumped your arm, right? And then it becomes bruised, and somebody touches it and you're like, oh, ow. And then it keeps touching, and it hurts, you know, until you explode, or until you come to this realization that I need to do something about this. Let me go grab some ice and heal it, right? So that's exactly what suffering does, because it's our perspective really determines whether the suffering is good or bad, right? And we tend to label it as a bad thing. And of course it can be a bad thing. I don't want to downplay anyone's sufferings. Absolutely not. We all have them. But so the suffering comes about, and it's really more of this reminder of there's something here that needs to change. There's something here that you need to look at. There's something here that needs to be healed. So you get what I'm saying? So now, with the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Cups, you could already have a long-term commitment with this person. You could have a marriage with this person. And this is kind of like, and then with the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, following the Ten of Swords, following the Death card, Two of Cups, Six of Cups, Temperance. It's almost like you're in this energy of, do I heal this or do I walk away? And if this is not a marriage and this is a commitment that could have had, that could have been long-term, it's you really in this mindset of, I don't know what to do. I want to be happy. That's what I ultimately want. But what I've been in is toxic. And if we come back around to work together, is it really going to work together? Is it really worth my time? So let's take a look at the Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords the outcome? A lot of people are dealing with the same energies here. So we have at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry about that. The Two of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. Again, do I invest in this, what I've already invested in this home, in this marriage, in this thing that has made me feel secure? I've invested a lot of time and energy. What do I do? Two of Swords, the land of indecision. This is specifically Moon in Libra. And with the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but this is about taking things slowly, taking one step at a time, making a wise decision with the Hermit card. Because the Knight of Pentacles, he doesn't move because he understands that he needs to really be meticulous. He needs to really analyze the situation before taking action. He just doesn't go. He doesn't have that impulse. He understands that I need to be grounded. I need to foresee the situation for what it is. You know, it's almost like you're gonna go and buy a home. You don't go and just buy a home. You go and you look at it. It needs to be inspected. You need lawyers involved, etc., etc. It's all of this stuff, right? Because you don't want to spend money frivolously. So it's the same thing in this relationship. You don't want to make a foolish decision, basically, right? You don't want to make a harsh or rash decision. That's what I was going to say, because behind that is the Knight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so you or the other individual, somebody here still very guarded. Do I persevere? Do I fight for this? Do I give it a second chance? Do I take a leap of faith? Do I heal the situation? Is there passion still here? Your intuition is speaking to you. You might still have a very strong connection with this individual here, but you felt very alone. Even though you were with them, you felt alone. Okay. 13, and you know what? 13 is a death card, which signifies transformation. Death and transformation. So it's something old has to die. So it's regardless of you either working on it or not. The past has to be put into the past, and you need to have some kind of closure and move forward with this person or without this person. You can't be stuck, stagnant, which it might be as to why the Hangman showed up for the individual whom you're dealing with. So the transformation is either a new beginning here happening with this person, or it's just a new beginning happening within you. It's up to you. No one can really make that decision for you, only you. Even you go to a tarot reader, you purchase a personal reading or whatever, and they might tell you, do this. But your intuition is telling you something else. Is it that the tarot reader is wrong? No, it doesn't mean that. But your intuition tells you something because either there's something more that you need to get out of it, or there is still unfinished business, things of this nature. I don't need to really get into it too much. 5 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the 2 of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So 2 of Pentacles is about this juggling act. When things are going up and down, how do I respond? How do I handle the situation? Okay, and with the 5 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, is that there might have been trust broken here. There might have been betrayals. There might have been very harsh words communicated. There might have been verbal abuse. mental, emotional, things of this nature, always feeling like you have to defend yourself, feeling like you have to fight for everything. And ultimately with the Ten of Swords is putting an end to all of this and really changing things around with the Wheel of Fortune. So if it's something that's going to work, it's the way that we handle the situation needs to completely change. So if both of you were the type of people, I handle a situation by, I feel I'm being triggered, I walk away. Okay, but has that been really working for you? Do you walk away and then come back to resolve the issue? Or do you walk away and just brush the issue under the rug? That's not going to work. Or are you the type of person where there's an issue here and then you try to force the other person, we need to work on it right now, when they need their space, and that doesn't work for them. So maybe you need to give them space. But of course it's compromise. It takes two to tangle. Can't just be one person working and changing. It's not going to work. It works for that person, the person that's changing. But two people here in a relationship, both parties need to grow and need to change, right? It is what it is, because then one person is changing and the other person doesn't want to grow. Then you end up just drifting apart because you're not going together in the same journey. Somebody is being left behind constantly. So making a decision here. It could be in regards to a marriage. Hierophant is here. It could be a Taurus. You know, for some of you, you might need to express your feelings, express things that have made you upset, things that you weren't able to get over as of yet. Yeah, this is talking a lot about reconciliation as well. And for some of you, if this is a new love, this is about healing issues from previous relationships or from childhood, things of this nature here. And taking things slow as well, getting to know an individual, not jumping into something. So what is the message here for Libra? Honeymoon. So this could be a beginning. Kind of like going on a second honeymoon. If it's a new person, this is absolutely about enjoying the moment, getting to know somebody here. And healing. Honeymoon could just be for yourself too. That honeymoon phase where you start to love yourself again. You start to fall in love with yourself after the pain, after the hurt. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe you've given so much of your love to another individual and completely disregarded yourself. And then hoping that the other individual is going to fulfill you, when we can only do it for ourselves, right? But can they love us? Yes, but that is, it doesn't complete us. It's a compliment, if that, right? Did I say the right word? Any other messages for Libra? Religious factors and free yourself. So with the religious factors, this is all about a lot of differences. Let your friends help you showed up as well. Okay. So this is about differences. It could be religious differences, cultural differences. It's just maybe the way that you think, the things that you guys enjoy. Two different people here, but two different people. Can they collaborate? Do they have to be the same people? Do I have to like the same thing you like? Doesn't necessarily have to be like that, but there needs to be some kind of mutual respect that the other person is an individual and that the other person enjoys other things, and they don't have to be exactly like me for us to work together. There can be similarities, absolutely. And I'm sure there is. Why did you guys get together anyway? Right? There was a reason as to why you guys fell in love. So, and with the free yourself, this is this detaching of the old. This is detaching of this codependent feeling of, I feel that I need the other person to fulfill me, things of this nature. Let your friends help you. This could also just be a sign to just continue to enjoy your life or begin to enjoy your life. Have this honeymoon period with yourself. Now, free yourself could also be if you have detached from an individual. This is about getting to know yourself again. Again, I feel like I'm being repetitive. So let's take a look at what is the overall advice here for Libra. What is the overall advice? And we have guilt. Another sign got this. I don't remember who it was, though. Okay. So for guilt, it says, I am sorry, but I have to take care of myself. We were just talking about this. Do not do for others what they need to do for themselves. Speak truth from your heart. Honesty is freedom. Any guilt is fear of being disliked. And the question is, am I giving away too much time and energy and resenting it? Is my anger really guilt? This is fantastic because this is exactly what we were just talking about. You know, giving this love to this individual and then resenting it. Like, don't you see? Like, you might not even say it. Maybe you do say it. Or maybe you just have it within your heart. Like, this MF. Doesn't he see or doesn't she see that all I do is love and care and I do this, this, and that? And remember, we all have different love languages. So you might think that you're showing love in this particular way and that individual doesn't see it because that's not how they would take it. You know, definitely having to communicate about that so they're aware of it, etc. And so feeling this resentment. Am I really being free? Am I being who I truly am? Or am I always constantly putting on a mask so that this person can finally appreciate me, finally love me? But deep down inside, I resent it because I want to be honest and I want to be free to be who I am. So a lot of communication needs to happen here, a lot of reflection, okay? The individual you might be dealing with, they might suffer from an addiction here and you feel that you need to help them out of your own good intentions. Let me help them, but you're really just trapping yourself because you keep going around in circles. When people are stuck in a situation, especially in an addiction, they could have 101 people telling them it's wrong, you need to get out of it. But if they deep down inside don't believe it, or they're unable to come to terms that that is the point is they need to come to that term. They need to come to that decision, that realization. You can tell them all you want. And they might say, I know it's bad for me, I know. But if they don't have that desire to get out of it, it will not happen. So the desire needs to be there first. Then the support will come in. Let your friends help you can be support as well. Free yourself from an addiction. So it can go for the other person. It can go for you. Maybe you're the one dealing with a certain addiction. And addiction could be anything. Could be a shopping addiction. Could be a drug addiction, a porn addiction, sex addiction. Addiction to love. Feeling like I need affection. I need affection. I need to be validated. I need people to appreciate me. You know? And what happens if nobody appreciates you? You're going to die? You might feel like it. But that's when you come to terms that, you know what? I need to appreciate myself. Like, I do a great job. I'm actually a good person. Yeah, I have some flaws, but I know that I can change these things. I know that I can be a better person. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes we tend to be like, oh, I'm a good person, and then brush the flaws under the rug. I need to accept me for who I am, and I need to love me, including my flaws. Yes, but those flaws also are things that need to be worked on, right? They're there. Kind of like, you know, when you're at school and you need to do some work that you don't like to do the classwork, you don't like to do the homework, but it's there to keep you active in the class, to keep your brain working. I hope that makes some kind of sense. So there are flaws that we have within us because it's kind of like, oh, here's chapter 2. This is what we're working on. Once you heal and you're able to move forward, we go on to the next chapter. Things of this nature. I hope this is making some kind of sense to you guys. All right, Libra, I'm going to leave it there. It's taking already kind of a little bit longer than I wanted. If you resonate with the message, let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.